Okay, if you're here for SCV Startup number 5, you are in the right place. Building your product. Hey guys, my name is Erick Arndt. I live here in Valencia. I started SCV Startup 5 months ago. I am the CEO and founder of Timeshare Juice, and we crowdsource timeshare fulfillment, which means we handle the transactions for 8 million timeshares around the world. That's the swapping from 1 week from owner to owner, as well as the rental of weeks around the world. What I'm looking for now in the area is a CTO and some more marketing people. And what I'm looking to get out of SCV Startup is to make SCV Startup a tech hub in California. Guys, that's an example of what I want for a 60-second profile. So we've talked a little bit about networking. Hey guys, you going to join in? Okay, so we talked about networking, and I think what happens with networking is you meet one person at the room, and you just talk to that one person the whole night. So 60-second profile is you telling the group who you are, what you do, and what you're looking to get out of the group. And tonight we have 3 of them, besides myself. So this is going to start moving the networking ball or chain a little bit further. And what that does is if you're in the audience and you say, hey, that's Thomas over there, and Thomas is looking for a developer. He's looking for an attorney. Maybe you're not an attorney, but you know a good one. And you can start to help people get what they need, and then maybe other people can help you get what you need. Okay? Because that's how we're going to win here. It's not of our own individual efforts. It's from everybody collaborating and moving this thing forward. So we have 3 60-second profiles tonight. And we have our first pitch, which is coming from Don. So that's exciting as well. And what I want to get over time is get some pitches out there so people know not just number one, who's in the group, but also giving you practice, all of us practice, as we get down the road. What I'm envisioning is an event where we have our top 10 startups pitching to an audience full of Valencia, Santa Clarita residents, and a panel full of VCs and angels. I mean, how exciting is that going to be? And what I really want to see is I want to see this sector of the economy, this high-tech sector, start to grow. And the way we do that is we get people excited about the rock star entrepreneurs that we have in the group. And you can be like maybe a local Zuck, or who's the guy on from Square? He's on the cover of Inc. Dorsey. That guy's he's running Twitter and Square now, so he's rocking. Are you guys getting my emails from Meetup? Who is not? Okay, everybody's getting them. Good. Okay. Who here RSVP'd to the event? Okay, that's pretty cool. That's not bad at all. All right. Good. And how many startups are in the house tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very cool. All right, I like that. Cool. And, one of the things we learned last month from our speaker was, are you in business? So of the 7 startups, keep your hands up. How many are actually in business? And how do you define that you're in business? What is it? You got a customer, right? So how many have a customer and they're all right, look at that, man. That's awesome. That's great. That's great. Okay, one of the things I also want to do is a 30-day update. So every month, right, we're not just meeting and it's not a kumbaya session. It's also businesses are moving the chain forward. So what have you done in the last 30 days? And I'd like you to share that. Maybe some of you might not be comfortable doing that. But in the last 30 days, I inked a deal with a company to put 5,000 timeshare weeks onto Timeshare Juice. We did 30,000 unique visitors last month, and it's now profitable. In our first month of charging, we're a profitable enterprise. So what I'm trying to, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. I didn't do it for that. I wanted, as an example, this is what you should be thinking about. The next time we meet, have I moved the ball forward? No more football analogies. What would be another good analogy besides football, for those that aren't football? Have I put the basketball in the hoop this month, all right? Cool. So let me ask you this. What do you want from the group? And I think that's going to change depending on who we're talking about. So for Voldy, what would you want to see out of this group? What do you want? Okay, great. Erica, Enrica. Okay, that's good. So I think you raised your hand for a startup, right? You have one? You ain't ready yet. Okay, I hear you. What's your name? Joshua. And Josh, what are you here for? Okay, good. Because this is not just a networking group. This really is an accelerator program. And the reason why I call it that is because I want to bring in experts on various topics of being in a startup. So I call it the MBA, Startup MBA. And you can't learn it all in one night. You can't learn it all in one book. But over time, there's going to be topics about how to develop your startup. And they might not all apply to you, but it's important that you hear them out because you don't know down the road what you're going to need. So, for instance, tonight is about how to build your product. And that probably applies to almost everyone, right? And I get a lot of emails and feedback from people like they have certain questions and I answer them and I realized, dummy, these questions are because people don't know, so stop answering them and make a topic about it, right? So I decided just pull the questions together, create a sheet, bring in an expert, right? And then we're going to just ask the expert these questions and we can all learn from that. Okay, you'll notice the video camera is here as well. So we're going to capture this content for people that maybe aren't here now, or perhaps we have virtual members from across the country, or who knows, around the world, right? Cousins in Fiji or whatever you might be. Who watches Shark Tank? That's it? Oh my goodness, that is my favorite show, hands down, on TV. What do you like about Shark Tank? Yeah. There's a great blog out there by James Altucher. He wrote it about his favorite show on TV is Shark Tank. He did a really good job summarizing what's important about Shark Tank, and he watches that with his kids. And he said in the beginning, he would say, because in the beginning they start off and they walk on stage. My name is Erick Arndt. I'm seeking $100,000 for a 15% equity stake in my company. In the beginning, I would ask my daughter, what's the valuation, of that company? And she's like, valuation? What are you talking about? She's 11, and she's like, what are you talking about? And then now, before I even go like this, she's already, he wants 700 grand for his company. And as I'm reading the article, he said the same thing about his kids. In the beginning, he was hitting them, and now they jump all over it. So I just thought it was a really cool show, and I recommend it, especially for this group, because what I also see down the road is a Shark Tank event, where I'm going to put together a panel, that fast pitch event, and then we're going to have these great investors lined up to just, go at it. I mean, it won't be like that where, you get, chipped at. It'll be more, amorous, like that. We're also putting together a hackathon. Does anybody know what a hackathon is? Ah, all right, Brian, you got your work cut out for you then. And let me do one more announcement, and then I'm going to ask Brian to talk about the hackathon and then do a quick 60-second profile. Cool? All right. The last thing I want to talk about is there's an event in Santa Monica tomorrow. It's a startup event. I posted it on the Facebook page. Who here is on our Facebook page? Okay. I know it's not the best Facebook page. We don't even have a logo yet, okay? But I put all the announcements for the month up on there. So I would suggest write down, go to SCV Startup on Facebook and like the page because you'll get the updates direct from me as they come out. because I don't want to go through 50 bullet points every month. Okay, so plus it's also lame that we only have like 15 likes on Facebook, and I don't like that. I'm sorry, Brian. One more second here. So there was a UX, a user experience workshop this past weekend in Santa Monica. Did anybody go to that? Nobody went to that. Okay, I didn't go to that either. I was babysitting. And does anybody know about the Jobs Act? Everybody get my email on that? Did everybody vote? How many people voted? Okay, that's not clearly enough. The Jobs Act directly affects our life as a startup. So I think, what was it? It was over, I think it was over today. Or was it tomorrow morning? Anyway, it was tomorrow? Great. Then get on the Facebook page. There's a link on there. Oh, no, I didn't put the link on there. I emailed it out. Sorry. If you're part of the group, you'll get the email. So check it and vote. What it does is there's a lot of focus now on reinvigorating this economy that seems to be pretty sad. And the way they want to do that is they want to inspire and help small startups. And this Jobs Act, which we started talking about 3 or 4 months ago, has a couple of really cool features in there. Number one, it's going to allow us to crowdsource funding. You guys know what Kickstarter is? Okay, so if you want to create some sort of accessory for an iPod, you can raise money through Kickstarter. You can raise, I think one game raised over $3 million on Kickstarter. They had an idea for a game, and they raised over $3 million from I don't know how many people. Imagine if you could do that for your startup. You no longer would have to cold call VCs and angels, right? Think about that. It'd be amazing if you could just put it out on the platform and get all these people, giving you $50, $100 at a clip. Right now, you cannot do that. It is illegal to do, okay? But this jobs bill is going to help that. There's a couple other neat features, but I thought that was the most important part. The other thing is it's going to allow you to, when you do file your paperwork to raise capital, it's very expensive. The paperwork behind it, the lawyers behind it get very costly. So this is going to help bring that cost down and allow you to keep, when you do raise money, it'll allow you to keep more of your money in-house for things like development and hiring people rather than just paying $100,000 in your first year to a bunch of attorneys. No offense to attorneys. Are there any attorneys here? Good. Okay. So once again, hit the Facebook page. Brian Tippy is coming up to talk about our hackathon and give a 60-second profile on himself. Should I take this off, Steve? Oh, yeah, baby. Here you go, pal. Do you want to